And when you realize no one actually gives a fuck about you, everything is better.
How are we surviving in this economy? How? Please.
Don't go broke trying to help everybody out, you heard? Because when you go broke, nobody gonna help you. So keep that in mind and just do what you can. Don't overdo shit, ever.
I am so sick of how expensive it is to just live.
When you are broke, life is just so goddamn expensive. And I don't understand how the fuck can life be expensive and you ain't got no damn funds. I'm confused here. I'm so fucking done struggling. I'm so done struggling.
Motherfucker want to be so cool with you when you got something to give them. But the moment you ain't got nothing to give them, motherfucker is like a magician. They disappear. They're nowhere to be found.
Everything is not affordable anymore. What the fuck's going on in America? I'm sick of this shit. I just want a better life.
My life isn't expensive because I'm living large. My life is expensive because everything costs more than it used to. At this point, surviving feels like a luxury. And honestly, I'm getting a little tired of everybody acting like it's normal. Check this out.
And when you realize no one actually gives a fuck about you, everything is better. Like, no one actually fucking cares. And you have a hell of an ego to think that people are sitting there thinking and fucking caring about you. Everybody has their own issues, their own fucking problems, their own shit they're going through, their own families. Everyone is thinking about themselves. No one actually gives a fuck about you. You are stressing like, oh, what would this person think if I do this or this they not thinking about it at all. Whether they think it's cool, dumb, good, bad, they not even think about it. If you post a video and someone comes across it, 5 seconds later, they don't give a fuck anymore. Whether they agree with the video or they disagree, whether they like it or fucking hate it, either way, they forget about it. No one gives a fuck.
You see, when you got money, you and everybody is cool. Everybody want to be your friend. Everybody want to be social with you. Everybody want to say, let's roll, let's pull up, let's go to the club, let's go to the mall, let's go do this, let's go do that. But you see, the moment a motherfucker get broke, ain't got shit going on, pocket empty, well is dried up, you ain't nobody hitting your phone up no more. Ain't nobody trying to be outside with you no more. The moral of the story is, when you got it like that, you stays to yourself. You focus on you. Because once the money ain't available, they ain't going to be available too. And I'm speaking from experience. I know a lot of people experienced shit like this before. A motherfucker want to be so cool with you when you got something to give them. But the moment you ain't got nothing to give them, motherfucker is like a magician. They disappear. They're nowhere to be found.
I am so sick of how expensive it is to just live. Before I left work, I had to make sure I bought tickets to my kids' musical for school. And I'm going both nights. And then my parents and my husband's parents are going one night. And then we're going as a family one night. So I just paid for those tickets. For all those tickets all together, it was like $62 or something like that. 62. And then I left work. I got my kids to school. I had to get gas. I was on E. My gas light was on. I had busy like for the rest of the evening after I wake up after sleeping. So I was like, let me just do it. It just cost $78 to fill my tank. I do have a like a mid-size SUV. I have a Chevy Traverse. But literally before this day has even started, I have now spent $140. How the freak do you sustain life anymore? I don't know. It's so frustrating how expensive everything is. It's like every time you turn around, there's like something else to pay for. And I know that's being an adult and I know that's life, but it's so frustrating. $78 to fill my tank. That's a record. That's the most it's ever cost me to fill my tank since I've gotten this car. I'm unwell.
I just split my groceries 3 different ways in order to pay for them, with a line of people behind me. I wanted to cry so bad walking out of that store. It was so embarrassing. All I want to do is provide for my family and my friends and myself. I want to create a future where I can help other people. And I can't even buy my own fucking groceries right now. I'm so fucking done struggling. I'm so done struggling.
And I be trying to figure out, why is it so expensive to be broke? Like, I don't know. The most expensive life you can live is being broke. Like, when you are broke, life is just so goddamn expensive. And I don't understand, how the fuck can life be expensive and you ain't got no damn funds? I'm confused here. Them overdraft fees hit you, them bills hit you. Everything is hitting you all at once, and they just keep stacking and stacking and stacking and stacking and stacking and adding on. Like, goddamn, the most expensive lifestyle you could ever live is being broke. Like, I can't make this up. I really cannot make this up. You could be down bad on your ass. Probably gonna have to sell some ass because, baby, it man, you be getting out of hand when you broke. I'm just confused on how does that happen? Like, it's bad when being broke is expensive. Like,
Yo, listen, y'all, don't go broke trying to help everybody out, you heard? Because when you go broke, nobody gonna help you. So keep that in mind and just do what you can. Don't overdo shit ever, for me. Or
I wonder if anyone in the younger generations is going to ever be able to afford a home in the United States. Gas just hit $5 for regular at the cheapest gas station, and rent is $2,000 minimum for a one-bedroom apartment. Everyone I know my age is either living with family or they're in college. I am curious what's going to happen with an entire generation who can't afford homes and can barely afford rent.
You know what's crazy to me is how 1,000 a week isn't enough anymore. Like, you can't really live off 1,000 a week. I mean, yeah, you can if you get some like raggedy ass apartment with one bedroom, okay, and that's gonna cost you over 1,000 a month now. And then you got cars that are selling like 20,000 at the minimum for brand new cars. Okay, they're around 20 to 30,000 a year. You're gonna have a car payment of like 400 a month for like 6 years, and life is just not fucking affordable anymore, dude. And gas prices is $5 a gallon now. Our food price is gonna go up like it did in COVID, probably, and it goes up and it never goes back down. Once the gas prices are down, food prices stay up. Everything is not affordable anymore. What the fuck's going on in America? I'm sick of this shit. I just want a better life. I want to have a nice house on a lake with a boat. Is that too much to ask for? Why the hell am I making over 1,000 a week and I can only afford a one bedroom apartment? It's bullshit, guys.
How are we surviving in this economy? How? Please. Like, okay. I just feel like I need to come on here and really show what it's like trying to survive as a single income family. Okay, we live in Nebraska. I can't work because I can't afford childcare. Childcare is gonna cost more for my 3 kids than what I'm gonna make a month. Everything I've looked at, $3,000 a month for my 3 kids to go to daycare. I'd be lucky to make $2,500 a month, and that's pushing it. We can't afford our rent. Thank God that we have landlords that are extremely understanding. But how are we doing this? I mean, literally, my husband's next paycheck and what we have in the bank right now is gonna go to rent, and it's gonna leave us with literally zero. Zero. No money.
Mommy, why were you crying?
What? How are we doing this? What happened to our world? I'm a 22-year-old mom who's currently worried about losing her house and her car because we can't afford it. I'm not trying to make my kids homeless. I know I have family that is going to help us in any way possible, and I'm more than thankful for that. But what are we doing? How are we doing this? How are we living? How are we surviving?
And I know a lot of people say this shit, but I just cannot believe that we had to become the adults in the most unaffordable period in human history. Like, why us though? Why us though, big bro? Why?
I just crashed out in my parking lot because my card declined when I tried to get groceries. Mind you, I wasn't trying to get that many groceries. Just something to get me into my next payday, which is next Friday. And then my card declined because my car insurance payment came out. So now I have no money, no food. It's impossible. It's impossible to live nowadays. It just is. You can't afford anything. I don't understand how people can afford anything. Just working my life away, and for what? To barely be able to pay my bills? I'm so over this shit. I am so over this shit. It's infuriating that there's nothing. I feel like there's nothing I can do. Nothing any of us can do. We're just fucking stuck. We just have to take it. I hate this world that we live in right now. I really do. I hate it. I've just lost all hope. I've lost it all.
7 things the middle class will not be able to afford in the next 5 years, and I think it's a lot sooner than that. Number 1, housing. Unless you inherited property, struck gold, or plan to live with family,
it's going to be impossible.
Yeah.
Cars, new ones, not realistic.
Vacations. Travel savings is quietly becoming survival money.
Healthcare, insured or not, you're paying premiums, co-pays, deductibles, and that's going to eat a lot of your money.
And medications. 5, childcare. $2,000 per child per month. It's not childcare, it's a second mortgage.
Yes, it is. And it's slowly been getting so much more expensive for people
Everywhere.
Retirement. Most people aren't planning retirement. They're planning how to get through next week and the week after that and so forth. It's just impossible.
Savings, just not happening. So tell us, how are you getting through each day? We would like to know.
Let us know.
We hope this helped in some way. We're all in it together.
Yes, we are.
Money cannot literally buy happiness, but I will tell you, it takes money to have a regulated nervous system in this society. The amount of stress that your finances will cause on your body, astronomical. Even if you are making 6 figures in the big year of 2026, as a single adult, I still feel like for me, it would be difficult. And that is insane to me. I think about people with kids. I think about people who make less money than me. I think about people who are unemployed. I send so much love and prayers to anyone who is struggling financially right now, because as this being the most financially stable season of my life, and it's still being difficult, it just blows my mind. And while you can live a quality life while financially struggling, I don't believe that you can truly heal in a constant physical state of stress. Like, you're constantly stressed. Your body is constantly under pressure. And that is why it's important to step away from the worldly stresses and issues and have those moments. But eventually, in order to be a responsible adult in this world, you have to step back into it and be in reality. You can't just be all willy-nilly like, oh, the universe will provide for me, and sit in bed or all day. You can't do that. You have to participate in this economy one way or another in order for you to get the money, in order for you to buy food, in order for you to have shelter. You have to participate in this bullshit. I'm really frustrated today, and I understand why people try and get out of it. I'm moving to the Philippines or some shit. I don't know. Even that takes money. Like, hello.
This is why a normal life now feels unaffordable. It's not luxury, not fancy holidays, no designer clothes, just normal life. Once you paid your bills, so you paid your rent, your mortgage, your food, your petrol, your transport costs, your parking, whatever they are, just try and take the kids somewhere out for the day and you're having to check your bank first. And this is what people are now struggling with. Around 2,000 to 2,500 a month, and most of it's already gone. And that's before life even starts. And that's why people are just feeling exhausted every time, because every decision costs something. Every shop feels expensive. Every bill just feels stressful. There's just no room for more. And people are working full time. Some people are working 2 jobs to get by and doing everything they're supposed to do, and they're still feeling stuck. And that's the part people are trying to explain.
Life has gotten absolutely unaffordable, and I find it absolutely insane how people will still try to pull the gaslighting card with you. If you're falling behind on bills, people love to tell you that it's all your fault. You're not working hard enough. You're not budgeting correctly. And that's necessarily not true. It feels like we're working harder than ever before, and we're all falling more behind than ever. We're not asking for handouts. A lot of us out here don't want to be millionaires or billionaires. We want to be rewarded for our hard work. We don't want to slave our entire existences away anymore. We don't want to work for nothing. And a lot of people are angry and fed up because we're literally, working for absolutely no reward. It's like, how much more do we have to live below our means? How much more do we have to cut back? Because we're literally cutting back as much as we possibly can. You can't out budget high gas. You can't out budget high grocery costs. You can't out budget high rent. It's like we're literally all out here, just praying to God that we can, survive another week. Like, it kind of feels like we're all working ourselves to death for absolutely no reward, and life was never supposed to be like this.
Homeowners, don't rent out apartments inside of your home if you cannot afford to pay the mortgage on your own. I've seen it a lot, but I'm talking about the homeowners in New York City. They get them two-family homes and then they immediately move a tenant in, thinking that the tenant's rent is going to help them with the mortgage. Meanwhile, the homeowner is still going to work. They still have bills on top of the mortgage to pay. And 9 times out of 10, if it's in New York City, the tenant that they're getting to move into their apartment is from the shelter, and they come with that stipend that homeowners get. They see that money and they think dollar signs, right? Or people that already have programs like Section 8 and FEPS. But those programs are income based, right? And sometimes people income fluctuate. I've seen a lot of situations where the tenant starts making more and they cut the portion the program will cut the portion that they're paying for the tenant, which leaves the tenant with a portion to pay to the landlord. And the tenant does not pay that portion. But the tenant still continues living life, working, going out, getting cars, shopping. That makes homeowners angry. Why? Because now they're swimming in debt because they depended on this tenant's rent to help cover either the whole mortgage or partial of the mortgage. And that's where conflicts comes in. A lot of foreclosure, a lot of repairs, 311 violations, housing court, and the homeowners be so angry. But the point is, don't get a home if you cannot afford to pay the mortgage on your own, or if you're going to depend on somebody else's money to pay your mortgage, because that's what you're doing. So if the tenant's payment is what's keeping your mortgage afloat, then you bought more house than you can afford on your own. And tenants, before you move into a house, private house, or a two-family house, I don't know how you can do it, but check and see if that house is at least partially paid for. Because if they just got that house and they just started making the payments to pay it, they're going to be hard on you.
They are going to watch every cent, every dollar sign. Okay? So from both perspectives, everybody needs to take accountability and everybody needs to be careful moving forward. Homeowners and tenants that rent from homeowners, because you can move into a building. Yeah. LLC.
All right, friends, we need to talk. What are we all like? Is anyone able to afford living at the moment? My friend and I, we have pretty good careers. We're nurses. And I would just say there's like no way that anyone is affording life right now. I don't understand how my coworkers with kids are affording it. Like, there's just no way. Groceries have gone up exponentially. Utilities, the cost of living in general has only gone up over the years, right? And our pay is so like our pay increases have been so abysmal compared to what we're expected to pay to live day to day. I feel like the only way I could really like save and, you know, actually build a big enough savings to eventually afford a house and kids one day is if I don't leave my house ever and just work 24/7. And if even that, I don't even think I'd be able to afford everything. So, what are we doing? Like, I feel like there's just no way that this is sustainable. I don't understand. And like it's kind of frustrating to go on social media and when every time you log in, you see all these influencers on their like 20th clothing haul or they're on their like 5th brand trip of the year. And I can barely afford one vacation this year. Like, and I think if anything, I'm just going to be doing a local weekend trip down to the Jersey Shore. And like, this is speaking from a single woman in her 30s that is living on her own. And, you know, after a certain point, like, I know some people are like, oh, just move in with your parents and like, blah, blah, blah. Like, after a certain point, you kind of have to like enjoy your life while you're young because what's my next stage is like having kids and stuff. And if I just focused on saving up money to enjoy it or like whatever, to be able to afford having kids in like a future, I'm not enjoying my 20s or 30s at all. It's really impossible. So I just feel like this economy is insane. It's only going to get worse with everything with the political climate right now.
Regular people shouldn't have to work this hard just to stay afloat. Something is really broken when the basics are becoming unaffordable for the regular person. Something is really broken something is really broken when the basics become unaffordable for the everyday average person. Something is really broken when the something is really broken when the basics become unaffordable for so many people. If you're feeling the same frustration, subscribe to Shana Real Talk TV and let's talk about it. Happy every day.